Welcome to Big Faces Worldwide, where we talk nothing but this boxing. What's good with your fam? We had a good fight last night, man. Errol Spence Jr. defeated Mikey Garcia via 12-round unanimous decision. Now, I personally learned a lot about both fighters, by watching this fight, man. And if you watch my post-fight prediction on this fight, it basically went exactly like I said it would, with the exception of Mikey Garcia being stopped, man. But I think Mikey Garcia has nothing to hang his head about, man. I thought that although he was dominated throughout the fight, he showed a lot of heart, man. He showed a lot of heart and determination. He proved to us that all his talk, all his confidence was not in vain. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just for show. It wasn't just for promotion. Mikey Garcia went out there and really tried to beat Errol Spence, tried to win this fight, man. So I see a lot of guys, getting on him, but really they should be ease up a little bit on him, man, because if you take a look at everything logical about this fight, man, the consensus would say that the good big man always beats the good smaller man. You know what I'm saying? But in this instance, Mikey Garcia was so confident, man, and so sure of himself that a lot of people, bought into what Mikey was saying, man, and therefore decided that it was a 50-50 fight, or decided that Mikey Garcia will go in there and win this fight. Now, I think that Earl Spence had a beautiful game plan. Even his coach, Derek James, he talked a little bit about it during the post-fight press conference when he said that, all he kept hearing was how Mikey was such of, a thinker in the ring, how his technical skills and how his boxing IQ was so up to par that, he wanted to focus on keeping that jab in Mikey's face. So all that he could think about was, how do I get past this jab? He didn't have time to think about nothing else, how to put this together, how to put that together, because the jab was so effective and was in his face all night. So he had to worry about that jab and try to find a way to get inside that jab. Now, credit to Errol Spence, man. Errol Spence did not allow Mikey Garcia to get off at all, man. I did not think that Mikey Garcia did anything offensively that that would stick out in my mind, man. You know what I'm saying? Fight went exactly like I planned it, but I did think that Earl Spence would stop Mikey late, and I did think that Mikey would have some very good eye-catching shots early. Both did not happen, man. Both did not happen. But one thing for sure, and two things that we know, we can throw away that Mikey has no heart. That thing that happened with Salido, we could throw that out the window, man. Mikey showed that he has heart. He had a way out this fight, and it was by his brother, Robert Garcia, also his trainer, on stopping the fight. You know what I'm saying? Robert wanted to stop the fight because he felt that Mikey was taking a little bit too much punishment, more punishment than he would like. You know what I'm saying? He gave every opportunity for Mikey to say, yeah, I want out. You know what I mean? Go ahead, stop it. Or not to answer him, which would indicate stop it. But being the warrior that Mikey is, man, he says, no, I wanted to prove myself. I wanted to go out there and fight another round, man. In that very next round, he came out and tried to do a little bit more. I mean, it was not effective, but he tried to do a little bit more, man. Earl Spence beat Mikey Garcia up, man. He beat him up, man. He broke him down round by round, blow by blow, as Earl Spence does. You know what I'm saying? Both guys showed that, they are good sportsmen. You know what I'm saying? After the fight, there was no bad blood, no bad words dispatched between the two of them, man. It was nothing but respect, man. And you got to respect two fighters, man, especially at the level that they're at. Go out there and lay it all on the line, man. As far as Earl Spence not stopping Mikey Garcia, I have my own thoughts on the matter, and my thoughts are that there was so much talk about Earl Spence not being able to box at the level of his Mikey Garcia, that he was just a bigger guy, a stronger guy, a big brute, that the first half of the fight, Earl Spence, spent that time showing off his boxing skills, which I say they were amazing, man. His defense was on point. His lateral movement was on point. The way he slipped punches was impeccable, man. Errol Spence displayed a beautiful class act in boxing last night, man. And normally during the fight, Errol Spence spends that first half of the fight investing in the body a lot, breaking the fighter down, so that in the latter part of the fight, that's when the fighters break down from absorbing all that punishment early on. But Errol Spence did not invest in the body as much as he normally does, did not dish out that punishment as much as he normally does, because he wanted to prove that not only is he a seek and destroyer, that he's an exceptional boxer. And that's what he displayed, man. And therefore, we didn't get the stoppage. You know what I'm saying? But had Errol Spence come out there like he always does and attack Mikey early and started breaking him down, I do believe that we maybe could have gotten a stoppage. You know what I'm saying? But hats off to Errol Spence. He did the damn thing, man. Errol Spence is the truth. I do believe he's the best welterweight out there. I still would love to see Errol Spence versus Mikey Garcia. I mean, not Mikey Garcia, versus Terrence Crawford, man. I do think that would be a hell of a fight, man. Skill for skill, you know what I'm saying? Both of them guys are very skillful, very talented, man. And I think it would make for, a much better fight than the one we witnessed last night for as competitively, man. I think Terrence Crawford, is definitely on a different level. You know what I'm saying, in the welterweight division. You know what I mean? So the question is, where does Mikey Garcia go from here, man? Does he stay at welterweight? Can he beat a guy like Keith Thurman, Terrence Crawford, Sean Porter? Can he beat those other champions at 147, man? That's the question. Or do he go back down and defend his 135-pound WBC title, which everybody seems to think that he's going to vacate, man? I did an interview with Eddie Hearn the other night, man, and, he said that he feels Mikey Garcia will vacate and that Devin Haney will fight the number two contender in the WBC rankings, and the winner of that fight will face Luke Campbell for the WBC title. I will try to upload that interview sometime today, man. I just been real busy. Got back in town from Philadelphia yesterday, and had to get ready for the Spence Garcia fight. So I've been all over the place, man. But I still have a couple more interviews that I have to edit and download and put up for you guys, man. But overall, man, I think that Mikey, it was like it was said before the fight. Mikey was in a win-win situation. His stock did not drop because of this fight. You know what I'm saying? If anything, it showed that he's tough. You know what I mean? It showed that he has a chin, he has no quit in him, and that he can take punishment. You know what I'm saying? With Errol being the most vicious welterweight out there, you know what I'm saying, makes one wonder, what does the other what could they possibly do to beat Mikey Garcia, man? You know what I'm saying? I would love to see Mikey Garcia versus Danny Garcia. I think that would be a very, very good matchup, man. But, we'll wait and see what Mikey Garcia does next, man. Will he come back down? Will he stay at welterweight? I do believe if he had a fight with Lomachenko, I do believe he'll come back down. I do think the way Bob Arum's talking that, he would be willing to make that fight. We just got to hurdle all the bullshit and politics, especially of the bad blood that Mikey Garcia had with Bob Arum in the past. You know what I'm saying? But Errol Spence, what more can I say, man? Manny Pacquiao jumped in the ring, man, and I don't think that he anticipated Errol Spence to be that vocal about fighting him next, man. Like he said, yeah, he would love to fight, but he would not commit. You know what I'm saying? The interviewer asked him about coming to AT&T Stadium next. You know what I'm saying? He kind of hopped around the question, man, and saying I would love to fight in Dallas in the future. He did not say next. He did not say Errol Spence. I don't know if we're going to get Errol Spence versus Manny Pacquiao. I don't know if we're going to get that fight next, man. I just don't know. I'll be surprised if, I won't be surprised if Manny Pacquiao take the fight, because Manny Pacquiao's been known to take on all challengers, man. But I would be excited if Manny Pacquiao decided to take that fight, man. I do think Manny Pacquiao would be an underdog in that fight, man. Sean Porter, you know what I'm saying? He got on Sean Porter's ass again. You know, he talked about Sean Porter not being able to sell out a family dinner. You know what I'm saying? That was a blow there, man. And, I think Errol Spence dominates Sean Porter. I just do. You know what I'm saying? Keith Thurman needs to get himself back into championship form. And, Keith Thurman's movement, I think, would make for a real interesting fight between him and Errol Spence. Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence, I said it before. That would be the number one fight that I would love to see at welterweight. But all in all, man, it was a pretty decent fight, man, that went exactly how, many people thought, but, many people hoped that it would be different because a lot of people bought into what Mikey Garcia was saying. Mikey Garcia really believed that he would win that fight. He really tried to go out there and win that fight. Errol Spence was just too much in every way, shape, and form. You know what I mean? Errol Spence talked about at the post-press conference how, being disappointed at Sugar Ray Leonard and other black, fighters before him, picking Mikey Garcia. And he acknowledged that, how Mexicans, stick together, and he admired how they picked Mikey Garcia because, he was Mexican. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to ride with their fighter. You know what I'm saying? He admired that. He didn't take it personal. He said he understand, how it goes, man. And he even went further on to give you an examples, like he said, like Terrence Crawford or Amir Khan, he's going to root for Terrence Crawford. You know what I mean? And he, gave a few other examples how he was going to root for his own. You know what I'm saying? And, I think that's something that, needs to be talked about more in the sport of boxing. Race, you know what I'm saying? Race is a big part of boxing. It's a big part of the world. Me, myself, I'm not going to get too much into it on my YouTube boxing channel, man, but it's definitely at the forefront in everybody's minds. Everybody is always thinking about it. It's always there, whether you're thinking about it or talking about it or not. There's always a racial element in this boxing game, in this game of life, period. But I appreciate you all for tuning in. In the meantime and in between time, stay blessed and keep on supporting this boxing. Peace.